What's up, guys? Hope you're doing fine at your homework, at your home, and at your work. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Get to Know with Rahul. And thank you so much for giving love and appreciation to the very first episode that was with Akshay Kadam, I am alumnus. अगर आपने नहीं देखा है तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो. Well, today's episode is all about adventure, travel, exploration. Yes, today we have the very inspiring personality. His name is VQNEZ Vignesh. An explorer, a traveler, and an ex-marine officer. Vignesh, welcome to the show.
Hi Rahul, कैसे हो? It's been a long time. बढ़िया भाई. It's been a long time back since we met, right? Just like Get Lost with Rahul, right?
Yeah, the channel name is Get Lost with Rahul, and the show's name is Get to Know with Rahul.
Get to know with Rahul. That's a cool concept, bro. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Rahul. Hi everyone.
Yeah. I'm inviting a lot more people like you who are inspiring enough to motivate others to begin their journey. I met Vignesh while I was working at Zostel Bangalore last year.
Rahul here. He does few things. I know him through Zostel Bangalore. He was very friendly with me and he was speaking about me all this time, and I want to say something about him in this 2 minutes. Okay, so he was there in his hostel Bangalore. He was there coordinating people. He met so much of people. Trust me, the crowd there in hostel Bangalore was like this much, and few times I even had no place to stay. Like, you know, my timing, which when I used to pop inside Bangalore, it was like so odd. And there will be the caretaker. Rahul will come during the daytime, and just because I know Rahul, they gave me a special hospitality. Okay, special hospitality in the sense that I stayed in the reception. Okay, if I go to any other place, I have to stay outside their gate. Okay, not on the reception. And that reception, trust me, it has a good sofa. Yeah, good sofa with one big panga fan. That was beautiful, and thank you so much for assisting me indirectly when I came at the wrong moment for Zostel Bangalore. Yeah, midnight, always midnight. I used to come always midnight because Chennai is like quite difficult during the daytime, so I used to sneak out of Chennai during the night time. And it was great. It was great seeing Bangalore, Rahul there, and I'm so happy that we still speak. Like, you know, we have one mutual friend called Kandarp Mehta. I had more confidence towards Rahul since after I came to know that Kandarp Mehta is Rahul's friend. Candy is one amazing organizer just like Rahul. Okay, but on a different part of the state, a different part of the geography. Like, you know, he was in OT and he was in Bangalore. Since because I wanted to mention about Candy, I take this chance because myself and Rahul, we both knew him each other. So it was something amazing, bro. It was something amazing, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And you do a good job. Like, you know, I seen that video of yours, like going some 15,000 views. That was inspirational. Yeah. Honestly, I don't believe religion, but I watched that video for your face reaction. That was so amazing. The way you say, "Galat hai to galat hai." That was amazing, bro. So, thank you so much again, Rahul. Thank you so much.
So, Vignesh, let's begin the show with the very first question that I would like to ask you. That what made you choose this offbeat career? Like, most of us want to live this kind of life where we just dream of having a work where we can also travel and also earn good, but are scared of doing that and end up living a monotonous life, a secured life.
So Yes, bro. My father once back in 2000 when it was raining down here. This is a monsoon place, you know very well. Northeast showers and southwest monsoons are will bring lots and lots of downpours over here. So during that time, he just made a small paper boat. Okay, this small paper boat looks so it looked so beautiful for me. I mean, I knew that he was into merchant navy during that time, and I really feel amazed. Like wherever he calls, this guy calls from different telephone numbers. It was plus 311s, it was plus 86 next time, then it was plus 45. So it was something different. So it was beautiful. This started deep down inside me, that I need to go there and work in ships and the open seas. I used to see his pictures and it will be amazing. Just the open sea and with no landmass near him. So actually, to be honest with you, from my younger age, I used to be I don't mingle with groups, bro. I don't mingle with groups. The real fact is that I don't find what they do is interesting. I still remember they used to play cricket and they used to call me for playing cricket, and once I played, twice I played, and third time I felt really bored, and that's it. I call that a day, and I used to go to my backyard and plant trees, plants and everything, and cultivate the biology from there. You know very well about the tomato plants, tomato and peas, mata. So we used to grow this during my childhood in my backyard. So it never sounded interesting to be with the groups. I see them now; they are into different parts of the society. Yes, the factors they. I feel this is my perspective. I need to stress that again. So I feel that they mingle in groups and suppress our brains. We can evolve in a much better way once you go live a life a solo or self-sustainable. That's how you create the survival techniques to your favor. Because being in groups, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but trust me, it will not grow you up.
How has adventures and exploration helped you in your life?
That's a nice question. Well, Rahul, to be honest with you, you have something called in everybody's life, it's called stress. So, leading a life towards adventure, towards exploration, can just make you adapted to any circumstances. If you go inside a forest, you feel that this forest is so haunted and it's so lonely and there is no other human near you. So during that circumstances, this stress can play a vital part. Stress has both pros as well as cons. Okay, so getting to this sort of a thing, it can be so much advantage to you. So when you go out there, you all these days lived a independent life, and you were not playing cricket, you were with the plants, you were trying to communicate, and you could literally see how a plant grows from a seed to a tree. Okay, so with these circumstances, when you go out to the real scenario, it will really help you. It will really help you making those stress level come down. So it has its pros, it has its cons. So I took the pros out of this when I went on the wild. So adventure and exploration is something we need to think and consider a part called stress. So it was quite advantage for me there. Thank you.
Viknesh, tell me about your life surviving incident, which is an accident. Well, guys, let me tell you that Viknesh was on a biking trip from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, trying his best to beat the world record and enter the Indian Book of Records. But unfortunately, due to this accident, things did not turn up. So Vignesh, tell me something about that incident and how has your life changed or took a different path after it.
Trust me, you don't want to hear this. Like, my actual plan was something different, but I did not see an email which came to me February 16th of 2019. So let me start this from February 16, 2019. Like, I remember I met you at Zostel, Bangalore on February 9th. You were there as a manager during that time. I still remember that I used to come to Bangalore quite often, like, during that time on my well, yes. So during that time, I sent an email to my employer. I don't want to name the employer, but I've sent an email saying that my intention is to ride from Chennai to Trondheim in Norway. Like, it's on the North Pole, like, So I asked them whether they can deliver my ship from Mumbai to Tehran. Now I mailed them and I did not see their positive confirmation. They literally offered me to take my bike from Mumbai and deliver it in any port across Europe. So I did not see this email. So I thought that they are not interested and I wanted to do something else. So I created this thing. I read about Mr. Balaji Mohan, who is the current record holder for this. Like, he traveled from Kashmir to Kanyakumari non-stop in 61 hours and 57 minutes. So I thought I can try for his record, like to beat his record, So I thought I can try for this because I was a Marine and my body circumstances, my adaptability and stamina was quite good during that time. So I had this upper hand and I tried for this. So before that, during the month of May, I tried not sleeping to ride for 28 hours. Okay, so the ride was supposed to be from Chennai to Kanyakumari, Kanyakumari to Mangalore, Mangalore to Bangalore, and Bangalore to Chennai. I successfully completed that. And that too, I completed that in 23 hours. So it's like Iron Butt record. So I thought I had all the chances and all I need to do is just go to the scenario and reciprocate this record. Like, I started rather from Kanyakumari. Okay, I did not start from Kashmir, but Mr. Balaji Mohan's record was from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So I started from Kanyakumari. I proceeded all the way to Sagar. That's why I met the accident. So I proceeded all the way to Sagar in 27 hours. From south of India to Tropic of Cancer. That's why the Tropic of Cancer crosses. It's an imaginary line. Everybody knows about that. So I passed through Kanyakumari, Dindukal, Salem, Bangalore, Anantapur, Kurnool, Hyderabad, Nagpur, and then I forgot the name. Saga. Okay. Narasingapur, I guess. Yeah, Narasingapur. In between Nagpur and Saga, there's a place called Narasingapur. So I crossed this place till Saga. It was 4:45, I think. In the morning, I had to sit for a tea. Like, I had few people in front of me, and there was this lorry driver. He was carrying so and so chemical from so and so place to so and so place. I don't want to name anything because I don't know whether it's like illegally being done or not. But just to be on a safer side, I don't want to drag anybody's name. I saw them, they were like sitting there and having a cup of chai. And I thought that I can start after half an hour. So I started by 5:15 from this place, now Singapore. Right? So I thought that they already went. It was like 1 hour after they went, I started. So when I started, my bike is like powerful, it's just cruises around 150, 160 aram se. So I went towards Saga. It was early morning and I literally saw myself, the lorry in front of me, and I had to brake, but too much of load on my backpack and bag, and engine braking, front brake and rear brake, it was insufficient for the circumstances. I'm not blaming the bike or nor the manufacturer. I'm blaming myself for this catastrophe because it's my will and it's my wish, and I don't want to blame anybody. Ducati is a good bike and they produce amazing motorcycles with great stopping distance. I even had a small LED projector I bought from AliExpress. Like, it can indicate my stopping distance, which was 39 meters for a Scrambler 800. So it constantly projects during the night time, and during the daytime the laser doesn't produce any light, and I keep that off during the daytime. So I saw it, my stopping distance was 39, but I forgot to calculate my load across the motorcycle, which was 48 meters. I mean, the recomputation and the recalculation for the new weight which I carried on my backpack and on the bike saddlebags made the figure from 39 to 48, and there was not enough of stopping distance between myself and the lorry. So I had to jump from the bike, since because I was being protected by a airbag called Hilite. They produce airbag for motorcycles. Like you need to take a rope and attach it to the strong point on your bike. Like I had attached that to my chassis. So I had no other way to go. I just need to jump from the vehicle to save my life. Okay, forget the bike. During that time, bike was not on my concentration line. I need to save myself somehow. So I jumped from the bike and I fell down. Immediately the airbag got inflated and I was rolling. Unfortunately, I did a mistake by carrying a backpack. Alright, so this backpack increased my surface area to my back. So for me to roll easily is a question mark now. I did not have this common sense during that time, but now I really want to convey this message to you guys, everybody who are watching this video with Rahul and me. So this backpack, it increases my the area. I can show to you guys through a video. So consider this as my body, and I wear a backpack here. All right, it makes like this. So your body is adapted to go on a rotary motion like this with no problem, with no injury. But when you guys wear a backpack, this thing is gonna act as a resistance to you. So unfortunately, I was wearing that bag and my left brachial plexi nerve got elongated. It just got elongated, and I still don't have sensation on my left hand, on this part, just this part. But I can have my sensation here. So it was a really catastrophic situation for me. So somehow trying to get rectified myself by my survival stunts. I don't want to go to any hospital or doctor to keep some plate here or try to join the nerve. I just want to be natural to my body, because all these days this made me survive and encounter the physical situations and everything. So I want to thank my body by keeping anything inside my bone. So this.
And how long did it take for you to recover?
Brachial plexi, clavicle bone, and my head. 2 weeks I was in coma, and there was this papa and son. They were the papa was going to drop his son to the school in Saga. I was on the other side of the road. My bike was on the farmland, or it's a scrap land. All right, it has quite a difficult vegetation. I have a video, but I don't want to share that because it was so disturbing. I was half naked over there, and I don't want to show that to anybody. So I want to keep that as my personal thing. So whenever I feel down, I can thank myself, saying that I came out of the situation and I'm living now. So I need to be thankful for that. So yeah, this papa and this son, they noticed me and they alerted the police. In the meantime, my GPS tracker, which was on my mobile phone, alerted my family, saying that something has happened to him exactly at 5:40 a.m. in the morning, and you may need an attention. But unfortunately, they were sleeping at that time. So when they saw the mobile at 7:30, they alerted the police, and they came. This happened near the Army Cantonment Board area of Saga. So I don't know the exact term, but the people who came they were wearing a army dress, and they took me and they admitted to the Saga hospital. In the meantime, my father and my brother, they came to Saga and did my paperwork, and they took me back to Chennai, and it was good sleep for 2 weeks. Very good sleep.
Did you revive the bike weakness?
The bike got total completely. I can send you some pictures of that, So bike got total completely, and it was way beyond repairs because of the engine casing crack. Okay, so it's they told me that they can give a new bike on the insurance amount, whatever I had. but I don't want to buy a bike and I want to go towards nature more, because life to me in every part it differs. Like, I don't want to live the same life for another 70 years and call it a life towards my children. So I want to do something different. So I close that chapter, and here I am right now in the forest, exploring forest.
Vignesh, you have seen wonderful part of this world where it's not possible for ordinary human being to get there. Whether it was the place where Titanic was drawn.
Winter North Atlantic.
Vignesh, are you a spiritual person?
That's a tough question there, bro. Seriously, I don't follow any particular religion. For me, right now, the God in front of me is you, because you are giving me this opportunity. I want to believe somebody who I see with my senses, my eyes, my nose, and my ears. So I believe you now, and I see you as my God, right? Like right now, okay? So I don't believe any God, because I never seen them, but I seen you. You were there at the hostel Bangalore. You spoke to me well. You were like helping me with the mathematics over there with the room and everything. So I mean, like, I'm really honored to have you. And for me right now over here is you. Like, I believe you because I see you. I've seen you with my eyes, and I know you through my senses. My eyes, my nose, and my mouth. I had a conversation with you, and my ears, because I still listen to your like voice in the phone call, so this live video I can like literally hear you. So for me right now, you're my God, because I worship people who helps me, who helps people, other people, not just me, other people. If they do good to our planet, if they don't pollute, if they carry their trashes and come back to the civilization and discard that in a trash can. So I believe these people, and I preach these people, to be honest with you, because that's what God said to us, said to everybody. God said to everybody that do good things, do that thing, do this thing. But I've never seen him, but I seen you, so I preach you, bro.
Okay, before going, Vignesh, I would want you to give advice to the youngsters who want to begin their career in Merchant Navy and in the field of adventures.
Merchant Navy, you just have few things to sacrifice. I know that positives weigh more than negatives, but I wanna insist on negatives, because mentally you should be happy there, because you have to leave your family there, you have to leave everybody behind you, you need to go there in a hostile environment, you need to make friends with new people, you need to do your work there, you need to watch for the sun to rise and sun to set, and repeat this for next 6 months. It's just you alone there. There's nobody gonna be with you. I mean, like, professionally they will help you, but personally you have to build everything from yourself. You need to be alone. You need to like get your basics right. You need to work with mixed nationalities. Culture varies everywhere. Exactly. More than your physical adaptability, you need to be strong with your mental adaptability. Like what you said, Rahul, brain plays the matter, plays the game everywhere. Like reading or studying is just a matter of 1 year, 2 year, but the question mark's gonna come next is your survival thing. So if you guys wanna go there, you need to be sacrificing few things, and trust me, you will be getting back full of money, I swear to you. Because it's just 20 people's job you do as one officer there. Like Merchant Navy has few things like officer ranks, crew ranks, the hospitality ranks, and everybody. I was there as a marine engineer, and I was an officer in the engine room. So my duty basically is to make sure that no breakdown happens and cargo transfers from one place to another place, point A to point B. That's my duty there. I need to support them. I need to be a good team player, and you guys should like prepare yourself to keep the smile on your face, share the positive energy around you, like speak to the other people with smile, and that's gonna be a beautiful story for you at the end of the day. You can like sleep in Antwerp, and next 12 days you can like wake up in New York. Like you can cross the Winter North Atlantic, and trust me, Winter North Atlantic, it's the most dangerous seas in the world. I really want to stress about this point. There is something called Thor's twins, right, Rahul? You might have seen what Great Canyon looks like on Instagram or in YouTube or somewhere in Google, right? So the place where Titanic sunk, thoda north up जाएगा तो like south of Iceland coast, you have something called as a Thor's twins, which is an underwater canyon. It looks beautiful. If you guys can look into it, you can like see some pictures. It's amazing. Like you can sail on top of that, and you can literally watch your echo sounder dropping from 4,000 meter to 3,000 meter and back to 5,000 meter. It goes like this in a curve of a graph. So that looks fantastic, like on the Atlantic Ocean. But if you guys can go into Pacific, you can literally see the Mariana Trench if you ever have a voyage from Philippines to Japan. So that's some amazing things like you can literally witness as a merchant navy people. These are the positives I would like to stress on it now. Plenty volcanoes you can
we see a lot, where we get to see a lot of stuff from your Instagram feed. Guys, you must check Vignes's Instagram profile. It's amazing. The type of content he puts in, it's mesmerizing. Do check it out. So yeah,
Thank you so much, bro. I mean, like, you gave me this opportunity to tell people about my life situation. It means that I also do hold a responsibility of your credibility in my hands. So when you do this good thing, I need to reciprocate with the positivity from my end. I can like speak plenty things outside this thing, but I don't want to do that because I just told you like 10 minutes back that you were my God. So I need to reciprocate that, and I need to thank you for that. So yes, let me come back to the topic. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you so much for this opportunity again. So yeah, you can literally see the volcanoes. You can literally see different countries. Trust me, 76 countries which has the coastline. You have plenty things to learn. You will be like speaking with so many cultured people. They will share their knowledge to you. You can share your knowledge to them. It's something beautiful, trust me. Antwerp is beautiful. New York is more beautiful, and Sao Paulo is more beautiful, and Helsinki is amazing. So you can literally travel around the world with no passport, no visa. I mean, passport you need to have for the paperwork, but there's no visa because you come under a category called seaman, which is alien in transit, which means that you are entitled to go inside the place where your ship gives the cargo. Like if you are anchored outside Dubai and you say that you are going inside Dubai to discharge Fujairah, to discharge your cargo, you are entitled to go there, roam around during your rest hours, and you can explore the world. Trust me, if you are going in a bulk carrier, you will have plenty port stays. If you are going on a tanker, you still have 2-3 days port stays. Trust me, if you want to go to Argentina from India, it's gonna cost you 1 lakh rupees one way for a flight ticket. But this is a free travel, bro. It's just towards the navigation thing. You may have like go behind colleges who provide BSc Nautical Science, like Tolani is there, AEMA is the Anglo-Eastern Maritime Academy, AMAT. There are plenty colleges. So if you want to go in the navigation stream, you will become a captain of a ship. Since because I'm an engineer, I will not become a captain of a ship, but I will become a chief engineer of a ship. Okay, both ranks equal, but the only thing which separates us is like he will be speaking with the port authorities, immigration people in his level. Since because I'm a chief engineer, I need to have look on my engines, my compressors, my boilers, generators, because we provide the electricity for the entire ship. We create the fresh water from the seawater for everybody's survival. Engineering is quite beautiful. If you would love to feel this, you may go to marine engineering. If you want to drive or ride a ship or steer a ship, go for nautical sciences. So this is with the merchant navy. And since because Rahul asked me few minutes back about the survival adventure thing, whatever the pictures you take, admire the picture for at least 5 minutes in a situation, like not a situation, in an environment away from people, like your terrace during the night time when everybody else is sleeping, possibly around 2-3 o'clock in the early morning. You can literally feel yourself during that time. Listen to whatever music you would like to listen, like you would like, and watch this photo. Try to recollect those memories. Trust me, if you do this for 2-3 months, this can positively increase your surviving mental mindset. Okay, so you do everything by yourself, you do everything by your instincts. You need to trust your instincts. You need to know where to be scared, like, or where you can pose a potential dangerous situation to somebody, or being in some situation by somebody. I'm saying this with respect to the animals. We have plenty techniques, like, we do have a method to communicate with the animals. It's just that it got erased by time, and we have everything on our DNA. It's just the slow wing what you can do. But trust me, during that time, your brain will occupy your memory 95%, and you just have very little memory to think what to do, what not to do. But I'm saying this, if you are standing in front of an elephant, alright, you just need to slowly wink your eyes and put your hands in the back, and not to possess a danger to him or her, the elephant. And if they reciprocates back to you, trust me, you are his friend, and you can like go near him, touch him, do whatever you want with him. Say thanks to him. So this is what you survive there, survive in the forest. Like you have plenty different situations which can like go wrong, but all you need to do is like not to create or not to be danger to animals, or you should not put yourself in such situation. Because one funda in the forest is, before you recognize them, they will notice you somehow, because during the stressful situation for us, our eyes, nose, ears will behave twice. Like when you are stressed, you can literally see more colors in front of you. Your eyes will work more. Your nose will inhale and can differentiate the smell more. Your ears will be more active. So imagine an elephant inside the forest. They will be in some situations like that, so their senses is more active. So before you're gonna notice them, they're gonna notice you, and they're gonna be making some noises. Like elephants make 4 kind of noises: rumble, roar, trumpet, and chirp. So they're gonna alert their group of herd, saying that there is a human here, be careful. But since because we live in a civilization, we live with people, we don't know when we panic during that time. So before you go inside the forest, completely study about yourself, completely study about the techniques. You can read everything in the US Army survival book, because they have the information for each and everything, like how to see a cloud which is a nimbus, or it is a cumulus, or it is a cirrus. So you can differentiate what type of clouds, and you can like literally come to a conclusion if it's gonna rain or not. Yeah. So survival is just can be learned by time and by experience, bro. I go inside to be more primitive. I go inside to discover myself, because we are just one small human, bro. We are just one small human for this entire planet, and there are plenty things as we speak now. Few people in the sea, they will be like moving their aircraft carrier. Few people in the other part of the world, South America, they will be sleeping now. USA, they are doing something. I mean, like, what I'm trying to say over here is there are plenty things which we can learn. For me, learning is infinite. I just don't suppress my mind saying that I've learned, मेरे को सब कुछ मालूम है. I don't wanna do this to my
Well, you get into this forest and wildlife and nature. Do you get permissions for all this? Like, if you want to teach something to your students, how do you manage to take them off?
That's a question mark, because during in the forest, you just need to survive yourself. I mean, like, if I take somebody with me, if I tag him along, it's like I'm taking responsibility of his safety, right? So in core forest, I will not take anybody without a proper survival knowledge. But in a edge forest, like which lies outside the core forest, nearby the civilization, I can very well teach people. And I remember creating one account with Patreon, which is patreon.com/VQNEZ. If you guys like wanna come with me, you can very well subscribe to me there.
And at the same time, Vignesh is also a tutor and a coach for upcoming videographers and photographers. So, in case you have passion to learn it, just contact him. I'll just put down his email.
Thank you. Thanks, bro. Thank you so much.
So, guys, this was Vignesh for you. Vignesh, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm very glad and happy that we made it. And thank you for always being there, just a call away whenever I need you. You're always there. Guys, get in touch. Do follow Vignesh on Instagram and his YouTube channel for amazing content you want to see, want to get inspired. Tab tak, I'll see you on the another episode. Till I'm back, take care of your family. और अब तक अगर स्टार्ट नहीं किया है तो जल्दी कीजिए, क्योंकि वक्त बीत रहा है. और ये वीडियो ज़रूर शेयर कीजिएगा, जिनको ज़रूरत है उन तक ज़रूर पहुंचाइएगा. टेक केयर.